Yum, yum. You want to be in the shot? My name is Carrie Ann Baade, and I'm an associate professor of painting at Florida State University here in Tallahassee, Florida. As a child, I would read books and just identify very strongly with the 18th or 19th century and would mourn that people weren't like me, that they didn't want to read old books or collect antiques. And I was 10. I lived with the books. So the books became really important, and there was almost a type of worship. In graduate school, I had a moment, they call it the anxiety of influence, where I cannot contribute anything to art. Everything that has been said has already been painted, and my contribution will be nothing compared to art's legacy. In that moment, I found it necessary to tear up the books and cut the images out and play with them, to do something to them, to destroy them and recreate them, much like a child would with paper dolls. And by the time I had gotten to college, I realized if I was anything else, I wouldn't have the time to make art. So I was going to have to do this wholeheartedly. When you're authentic and you're sincere and you're willing to give up everything, then there's a different set of rules that then will open themselves up and apply to you. It's not without having to sacrifice everything and face incredible self-doubt. If your path is something artistic or something where you have to invest wholly, it's like knock-knock jokes with the universe. I think the painting's about one thing, and yet the further down the road I get and the more closely I spend hundreds of hours with that painting, with that composition, I find out something very profound, that's something I needed to know, as though all I had to do was stare into the abyss and the abyss would look back. So one of the things I've done is work very hard to create a narrative for myself and others where painting is the most important thing you could do, because, well, if we were to imagine the earth with humans on it, without art, without architecture, without culinary arts, without music, without dance, what is there? Within my own body of work, I'm attempting to explain things to myself, to insinuate my own voice into a language that was a Western culture mostly developed by men, but how to inspire future generations of art students, male and female, and give people the empowerment to create their own narratives. It's been very humbling to realize that, am I painting for 400 people in LA, or am I painting for 5,000 people who came to an opening in Tallahassee? So it's really important to put art where it can change lives